The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi made a special request to visit the Airbus factories in Toulouse during his state visit to France in April. It's a warm gesture that underlines that Airbus and India have a close working relationship going all the way back to the 1970s.
The story between Airbus and India goes a long time ago. Of course, it came with the first delivery of the first aircraft in the 70s, but also very soon we engaged in manufacturing, particularly on the single-aisle doors. Then we said it really would be worth developing further. We actually discovered that Indian engineers are excellent, very well trained, and we saw a unique opportunity to tap the talents of engineers in India, and particularly in Bangalore, and actually having them on board to grow our ability to actually develop the aircraft.
The partnership between India and Airbus has accelerated in the past decade, from IT to manufacturing. The Indian Prime Minister met firsthand some of the dozens of Indian suppliers now working with Airbus. On the subcontinent, 5,000 people work directly or indirectly for the plane maker.
Today, the amount of work which we are doing with the Indian suppliers has grown significantly, and now we have 35 suppliers who are working across Airbus supply chain. So in 2014, our turnover in the country was $400 million. So Airbus, we are proud to say that every Airbus aircraft program is now partly made in India.
Airbus outsourcing will trigger $2 billion of business in India within 5 years. Already, every Airbus aircraft type has unique made-in-India parts, from the doors to wings and landing gear.
We make landing gear components for machine in India. We bring in raw materials and machine in India, so we have developed a supply base which can do that, and we in-house facilities to manufacture these things and ship to Airbus for assemblies, final assemblies. Commercial aerospace manufacturing was non-existent in India about 10 years back. And in last 10 years, today more than $300 million worth of manufacturing happened out of India. Predominantly, I would say Airbus has been a major driver on that.
Every single-aisle aircraft in India is now made with our products. So there's a bit of make in India in every Airbus aircraft. Future is big. India is not just an emerging market, it's an emerging economy. We will buy more aircraft, we'll produce more product, and we'll design and engineer new innovations.
Every year, more than 500,000 engineering students graduate from universities in India. Airbus wants to make sure that best talent makes its way towards the aerospace sector. Some work for Airbus at its engineering and training facility in Bangalore. Many others have joined IT and engineering support suppliers working directly with Airbus.
We're not ourselves a manufacturing organization, but we help manufacturers all across the world to take advantage of the talent pool in India in many forms. So when you're doing some part of manufacturing or real make in India, you need integration, you need IT, you need intelligence to be integrated together, and that's how we're facilitating. And what we're bringing to the manufacturers is the quality and the knowledge horsepower of India to bind the things together.
If Airbus is counting on India's workforce to expand and thrive, it's not down to lower costs, but due to the valuable skills emerging there.
Whatever business we have so far developed with Airbus is not part of offset. In fact, this has been a pure commercial relationship, which I would say that Airbus has willingly done with us, not as part of offset, but because they found Tech Mahindra and Mahindra Aerospace to be a good partner.
On the design side, Indian companies have done extremely well, and they started working on manufacturing. So India is going to be a definite strategic partner for Airbus Group, like France, Germany, and other countries, Spain, etc. I think at some point of time, India will become one of the important part of Airbus ecosystem.
India has one of the fastest growing economies in the world and a rapidly rising middle class concentrated in cities. They want to fly. So that means the opportunities for Make in India aerospace suppliers are huge.
In India, for the next 20 years, there is a forecast that the GDP will grow significantly and push a lot of people into the middle class. And these middle class people will be traveling, so there will be a significant air traffic growth as well.
Already Airbus, with more than 200 aircraft operating in India, has by far the biggest share of the market, 70%. But over the next 2 decades, India will need more than 1,200 new aircraft, and that means the partnership between Airbus and India will go from strength to strength.